Hi everyone. I'm just gonna record towards the ending of this because I already started and I thought maybe I should record this. As mentioned in my last video, I am doing a few custom things and I'm doing bubble bath cupcakes for a baby shower. I think, well, she hasn't told me the final amount, but she said at least 30, maybe 40. So I'm gonna do 35 or 36 for now until she tells me otherwise. And I am going to be doing bubble bath, sorry, cupcake soaps. So I'll try and record that as well. I've already done half of the, or two-thirds of the order. So she wanted 35 cupcakes, and I've already done 24. So I'm going to be doing 36 just because that's how the recipe works out. So I'll try to record that. I made some candles, votive candles for the part of the coffee scrub and the other order for the coffee shop. So I made the boxes. I'll probably do a video on how I made the boxes, and I will show you me packaging them because I've already made the votives a few weeks back. And then maybe I'll show some more packaging with that thing. So basically, I'll tell you the recipe that I'm using for the bubble bath cupcakes. So basically, I did 55% baking soda, or you can do, I did 55% baking soda, 28% citric acid. These numbers are weird. This is just how I worked out the recipe. Don't worry about it. 11% sodium lauryl sulfonyl acetate, 3% corn starch, and 3% kaolin clay. That's the base. And then to that, I added my oils. A lot of people use witch hazel, but I prefer to use oils, and I use hard oils and butters so that my cupcakes will be solid. I just didn't like the witch hazel thing. It wasn't me. And I don't like spritzing with water. I think that's how you get warts and all that. I tried that initially, but this is how I do it. So there's no witch hazel and there is no water in mine, just strictly oils. So I did, for my oils, I did 25 grams of shea butter, 25 grams of mango butter, and I added 1 tablespoon of polysorbate 80, and then I also added 3% of my total batch of fragrance oil. So I'll go over the recipe again and I'll put it to the bottom. This is a funky recipe, but if you want to follow it, great. This is just what's working for me. 55% baking soda, 28% citric acid, 11% sodium lauryl sulfonyl acetate or SLSA, 3% corn starch, 3% kaolin clay, 3% fragrance oil, 1 tablespoon of polysorbate 80, and 30 grams of shea butter, 30 grams of mango butter. Okay, so I scented it today in watermelon lemonade from Crafter's Choice, and I used the Wilton gel paste to color it. And I'm going to change the view of my camera here. I used the Wilton paste to color it blue because it's for a baby boy shower, and I made at a melting pour earlier some yellow rubber duckies. Okay, and I'll show you the piping later. Can you guys see? Maybe if I do that. Okay, so I already filled up 1 tray, and I just pack it in, and hopefully I have enough to do 12 cupcakes. That's the idea, because I'm going to do 12 cupcakes of 3 different scents. Sorry, 36 cupcakes with 3 different scents, doing 12 of each. So I just basically pack this down. Oh, I use these liners in blue, which I got from Michael's from the $1.50 section, which comes 75 in a pack. So these ones I'm going to do blue with a blue icing and the yellow rubber duckies, and then I'm going to do another citrus flavor, and I think lemon. with a white base and a yellow, with a yellow base and a baby blue frosting, and I'm not quite sure I'm doing with the third one. I already have a video up of me making these bubble bath cupcakes, but this one I'm sharing the recipe with you guys. Now, the most common recipe for bath bombs basically is 2 parts baking soda, 1 part citric acid. And then you can add additives like Kaolin Clay and corn starch or whatever you want to add, Epsom salts, that kind of thing. This is just how I worked it out mathematically, trying to figure it out based on, I don't know, based on what I thought was right. And it works. So I'm not filling it all the way to the top. I'm trying to leave myself a little lip. I don't know if you could see, a little lip so that the icing will stick to the paper cup. I found that's better because when I didn't do that, the toppings would come off, which is not a big fix, big problem. You can just use a little bit of melt and pour soap to stick it back together, which the idea comes from, at least who I saw was Shell from Fanny soaps. She has a video up for piping these guys. I think I'm going to have enough, maybe enough to do possibly one more. Now, I averaged roughly 100 grams, but I don't know if that's accurate, per cupcake. In terms of the base, not including the topping. So I might have a little bit too much, which is okay. When I make the recipe again, I'll just make a little bit less. I have too much, so I'm going to have to. So the only thing I want to tell you is when working with sodium lauryl sulfate acetate, that stuff has a very fine mist of powder, and it will make you gag and choke on it. So wear a mask if you can, a respirator mask, so you don't breathe it in, the fumes, or not the fumes, but the powder particles, because it's very irritating to the nose and throat. I probably have enough to make another 2 cupcakes possibly, which is great. Just in case, because I don't know exactly how much she wants. She didn't finalize the exact amount, but she needs this for May 3rd, and because I'm finishing off the other stuff, I have to get on it now. I can't wait. I'll see her tomorrow. She's a lady I work with. So I will confirm with her numbers, because she needed to confirm how many people were definitely coming, because she didn't have all her RSVPs back yet when we spoke last week. So hopefully she has those numbers tomorrow. So I'm not going to pipe these right after. I'm going to let them sit for a little bit because I'm trying to maximize my day. That's an area that didn't get mixed up too good, but that's okay. It's just the colorant. It will, just putting a little bit more, it will be covered, the piping. This fragrance smells really good. It's very strong. I only did 3%, and I'm thinking I could have even gotten away with 2% because it's quite strong. So you just want to pack it in nice and tight. It has a very candied smell to it, this fragrance. So I know I haven't been consistent with my videos, and I'm trying. It's just very hard with my work schedule and just everything that's going on with life right now. These aren't necessarily where I want to be in life, but I'm trying, and I really want to try and make this work, so maybe it might have to be at a snail's pace, because I don't want to send out stuff that is crappy. I want to be able to afford to send out good, high quality products. And I'm even thinking about going back to the basics, going back to the more natural, changing my name to something a little bit more natural, like Natural Bath Boutique or something. I don't know. Just because I find when I go to the craft fairs, people are afraid to buy pretty soaps because they think it's too pretty to use. And why make it so pretty with all these fabulous ingredients that people are just going to put on the shelf? I'm just going to put a little bit more in these ones as well. Sorry, I'm just venting. So I might go back, and I actually really like the look of plain and simple natural soaps as well, like with the botanicals in them and stuff. I actually have some really cheap paintings I got from Bouclairs. I don't think you guys have that in the States, but Bouclairs is like a home decorating store that has like towels and paintings and mirrors and accent pieces for home decor. I'm not sure. I think it's Canadian. I don't think you guys have that. But I got that from there. And it's a picture of some, looks like natural cold processed soaps, to be honest. If I can, I'll insert a picture of it. It's on my Facebook, my personal Facebook, which I think you can get from my Sweet Sensations fan page, for those of you that are part. Okay. Yeah, so if you always want to check that out, I like the look of that, and I've always wanted to do a line up like that, and I'm thinking maybe that's the direction I might go. Okay, so I don't think I can fill these up anymore, because like I said, I'm trying to keep that lip around the edges. So I'm going to pause you guys and go get another tray so I can fill up one or two more back. Okay guys, so this is, I don't know if you can see, there's just a little bit left in there. So I'm going to just open up my water. Just rinsing off the skin. I'm getting a little bit of blue bubbles. Oops, sorry, I'm blocking the view. So that's, yes, it's concentrated for a small bowl, but if you just keep agitating and agitating and agitating the water, you'll get more and more bubbles. Now I do have soft water, so I am going to get bubbles a little bit easier than someone with hard water. But when I used to live in Toronto, I had hard water, and these work just the same. So I'm just, I don't want to spill too much because I don't want to, I'm splashing my laptop. I don't want to splash my laptop too much. But I'm just doing that. The more you do that, the more you'll agitate and the more bubbles you'll get. So that's the bubble bath cupcake. And the Polysorbate 80 just helps to prevent that ring around the tub, which is why I use it. It helps to disperse the oils better in the water. So that's why I use the Polysorbate 80, and I got mine from Nature's Garden. You can also get it from, excuse me, Coastal Scents. So yeah, so that is my bubble bath cupcakes, and that's just from the crumbs that was left in the bowl. So I'm going to take a quick break before I get started on doing the bubble bath, sorry, the soap cupcakes, which I already have the oils and everything measured up downstairs. She told me to choose the scents, and you know, for us soapers, that's a hard thing to do because there's so many beautiful scents. I already did black raspberry vanilla because that's very popular, and I did strawberry shortcake, and now I just got to figure out what's the next one. So I'll come back at you when I have started to do the piping for this one, and I will also include the recipe down below for both the piping and the bubble bath cupcakes. All right, any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, I'm back. It's been a few days since I did the recording for the bubble bath cupcakes that I'm making for the baby shower. So they're here and they are rock solid. So I'm gonna make the the frosting recipe, and the recipe is courtesy of Katie at Royalty Soaps. I thought I'd try it this time around because I've done mine before. I've done a couple different recipes, but I want to see hers. It's pretty much the same as mine, but her technique is a little bit different. So I wanted to try out hers and take it from there. So her recipe, and you can always check her channel out, and I'll put the link below for that, calls for 1/2 cup of cold, and she emphasizes cold water, so that's what's different from what I've done. 1/4 cup meringue powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar or tartaric acid, same thing, and 4.5 cups of powdered sugar or icing sugar or whatever you call it wherever you are. So 1/2 cup of cold water, 1/4 cup meringue powder, 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 4.5 cups of powdered sugar. And I will put the link to her channel below with her video doing an example. And it's kind of funny because I realized after she was doing blueberry muffin cupcake, I think it was, and I'm doing blue cupcakes, but it's because the baby shower is for a boy. So that's just totally coincidental that the colors are going to be the same. Anywho, let's get started. Oops, I need one more thing. So I'm in my kitchen, and I'm going to put this over, and what I'm going to do is start by separating out the ingredients. And I always sift. Oops. So I do have a KitchenAid mixer, but I do have a separate bowl and whisk for when I'm baking and from when I'm making soap. So this is my soap stuff, and I know the difference because this one has a handle, whereas my other one doesn't. Okay, so we're going to start with sifting the meringue powder, and I buy mine in bulk from the bulk food store here in Canada because that's my cheapest option. So we need 1/4 cup. This one. Okay. So we're just going to level that off. And I can tell Katie's a baker because she measures exactly how I would measure things. Okay, so I'm sifting it because these are clumpy, as you can see. Sorry for all the noise. Okay. And we need 1/2 cup of cold water. That's 1 cup. And that's 1/2 cup. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside for a moment. Because now I'm going to measure out the other ingredients. The only difference, too, that I'm going to do from Katie is I'm going to add my SLSA because I want it to bubble. Or, oops, not this bowl. This is my baking bowl. I meant to get this bowl. Okay, this is just to sift up my icing sugar. I hope I have enough. So I'm going to measure out 4.5 cups, and I only have a 1/4 cup measure here. Actually, no, I don't. I'm lying. I have a 1 cup measure. That's 1. That's 2. Sift that through first. It's 2 cups. I'm going to add the 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar into this, just because it will get mixed in. That's 2 cups of icing sugar, so 3 cups. And then lastly is a 1/2 cup. Make sure that was my 1/2 cup measure. And a 1/2 cup. That was weird. Top this damp. Okay, so the only difference or addition I'm going to do is I'm going to add 1/3 cup of SLSA into this. I should have on a mask, but I don't have one nearby, so I'm going to be very careful. So I'm going to put this to mix, bring it to the soft peaks. Oh, wrong side. I'm doing this backwards. All right, since it's going to be extremely loud, I'm just going to let it mix, and when it's finished mixing, I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Hi everyone, I'm back. I just wanted to show you the peaks. Maybe if I go back here. So those are the peaks. And then Katie is right, you don't need to have a KitchenAid mixer to do this. The only benefit of having a KitchenAid mixer is it's faster. Like this took like a minute to get to this stage. And the other difference is with the type of mixers that Katie has is the risk of the motor burning out. But once again, as you can see, it's very successful to make a frosting with a hand mixer. I just happened to get this as a gift, and I just went and bought myself a separate mixer and spindle so that I can do soap stuff with, like my butters and my body butters and stuff like that. All right, so now I'm going to add in the mix here, a little bit at a time, and I'm going to do it on a slow speed so I don't end up with sugar mess all over the place. So I don't know if you can see. That is close to the consistency that you want. And I think the reason why my recipe might be drier than Katie's is because of our geographical location. Katie is in, I believe, Texas, so it is more humid there right now than it is, I'm sure, here. We're still like getting practically winter weather out here. We are definitely the Great White North this year. My God, it's cold for the end of April. So what I'm going to do now is add my little bit of fragrance oil. Not too much. And I just use a toothpick or a skewer because I'm going to use the Wilton gel colorant. And this is in royal blue. Trying to avoid getting it all over my fingers. I don't want it to be too blue. I just want it to be lightly blue. think I'm going to have to add a little bit more blue because this is not blue enough for me. Let me turn on my lights. Okay, now it's too blue, but what am I going to do? Actually, whoop. Ah! Great. Okay. Actually, you know what? This blue is actually kind of perfect now that's blended in. But this is almost ready. I'm just going to get the edges that aren't mixed into this, and I'm going to pipe it. So a few seconds here. Gosh, okay. So that's the bonus of using KitchenAid mixer. It's just so much faster. So I'm going to try and show you. Do you see how thick this is? So you got to work with this kind of quickly because it will start to harden on you. This smells amazing, this fragrance oil, and I almost kind of want to eat it right now. It smells like watermelon and lemonade. It smells so good. That's this fragrance, actually, watermelon lemonade. Okay, I'm just going to rest that there for a minute. I'll get the rest later. I don't know if you can see how thick that is. That's the piping you want to be able to work with. And I have a Wilton, I'll tell you the tip number later at the bottom because I didn't note that before I put it in. I'm going to put a little bit of saran wrap over this so it doesn't dry out while I'm working with the rest. Actually, I'll show you something. So I'm trying to use that to force all of this down. I bet if I had something like a knife, but more firm. Start with this can. So I'm just going to do some centers. I wonder if I can see the tip number. It's a Wilton 1M. And I buy my tips from Bulk Barn here in Canada because they have a decent bakery supply section, bakery and candy making. Okay, so I'm just piping like this, just round in circles, and this stuff is so hard to pipe. I have my embeds here. Oh, my rubber ducky edge is not the smoothest. Put it on that side. It's the only thing I don't like about piping this icing. It's so stiff and my wrists aren't strong, so I find this hard to pipe. I might only have enough icing to be able to pipe 6 because I don't got enough icing sugar to make more. I have to go out to the Bulk Barn and get some more. Those of you that live in Canada, you'll be familiar with it. It's basically a bulk food store. So you can get bulk flour, bulk sugar, bulk salt, bulk whatever you can think of in terms of food, they have it. Like bulk juice crystals, bulk soup bases, bulk cereal, bulk oatmeal, bulk whatever. Sorry if I go quiet. I just can't help it. I'm concentrating. And I think the trick to getting that ruffly look is not just going quickly around, taking your time and slowly going around, because that allows the icing to ruffle itself. So I'll maybe see if I pipe this, and that's it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Maybe there'll be more to come once I finish packing all these orders. Maybe I'll try and really focus on my business. Oops, I really gotta get my basement organized. Where I can make soaps and not feel like I'm in a big mess. Should have gotten something with a wider neck. This is too narrow. Oh well. Lesson learned. Actually, I think I like Katie's recipe because the other one that I was using felt stiffer than this. But real icing is definitely hard to pipe. It's not a loose recipe like buttercream frosting or soap frosting. I realized I didn't bring my sprinkles. Or my glitter, I should say. So this is the last one that I'm going to pipe, and then I will see you guys in my next video, which I'm doing soap cupcakes for a bridal shower. So that's 6. I might just have barely enough to do the rest. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye.